What's up, guys? This is Preston from Exotic Car Blacklist, and today we are going to be talking about why I chose a Scat Pack over a Hellcat, right? Because that's kind of like the big question is, why didn't you just go ahead and get a Hellcat? So for anybody purchasing a car, this is going to benefit you, because I do believe that it comes down to how you manage your finances on what kind of decisions you make, right? So let's kind of get into this a little bit more. I chose to do the Scat Pack compared to the Hellcat, even though the Hellcat offered more performance, more power, more play. It came down to affordability. Just because I have the means to purchase something don't necessarily mean I got the means to afford it at this time. So I could have bought a Hellcat because I had the purchasing power to make it, but could I have afforded the Hellcat is going to be the real question. And honestly, I probably could not have afforded the Hellcat, just to be honest with y'all. At this very moment, we have a business and our time and effort goes into making sure that business is successful, making sure that we have everything we need to keep that business running, as well as making sure that going from Christmas to next Christmas that we're still able to live the lifestyle that we live now. So just because, again, you have the money to purchase something don't mean you should purchase it. I know you guys probably know a lot of people out there that live car rich or house rich, meaning that they got a nice house or they got a nice car, but they can't afford it. There's plenty of people. I actually know somebody, I don't know him, but I know of somebody that personally, they went and bought a Rolls Royce, and the Rolls Royce interior is tore all the way up. They got the car they wanted, but they can't afford to upkeep it. They can't afford to keep the maintenance on it. They can't afford anything. They drive it, but it's like a Rolls Royce beater, if that even makes sense to you. Like, why buy a Rolls Royce if you can't afford it? Is it just for bragging rights? You know, a lot of the culture that we live in, come on, car. A lot of the culture that we live in, people buy things they can't afford. That's just how it goes. And America is in a lot of debt because of that. I'm in debt. I got student loans. I'm $23,000 left in my student loans to pay off. So just because someone may look like they have a lot going on don't necessarily mean they do. And besides that, I mean, I don't have any other debt besides my car. And once I purchase a home next year, then of course I have a mortgage, you know, under my name. But you got to manage your assets correctly. And for me personally, again, I couldn't justify buying a Hellcat at this point, starting my YouTube career. Well, I'm not necessarily starting it, but at this point in my YouTube career, I couldn't justify buying that Hellcat where it would make sense for me financially. Now, once I hit 5,000 subscribers, which is my personal goal, then I'll go out and I'm going to buy a Charger Red Eye. That's where I want to be at. That's what I want to do. At that point, then that would be an investment into my channel, and it will be worth it to do that. So I'm going to buy a Charger Red Eye. Okay, so help me get the 5,000. With that being said, if you guys want to see that happen, so eventually I'm gonna be there regardless. But don't go above your means. There's no point in buying more than you can afford if you technically can't afford it. I know, like, it's a shiny coin that's like dangling off a line while you're on a treadmill, but there comes a point where you build up the endurance and the strength to be able to run up and grab that coin that's dangling on the treadmill, right? If you get what I'm saying, get my analogy there. So I'm happy with my purchase. Honestly, this 6.4 is a lot of power to start with, and also for affordability. When it comes to the banks loaning you stuff, like if you've never had a car on your credit that's like 100,000, chances are a bank just not gonna loan you $100,000 anyways. So you have to work your way up. And I actually learned this from a well-established car salesman that sell high-end cars. It's a pretty good friend of mine. So I took steps. He told me, hey, you might want to do 50 and then do 100 because it'll look better on the credit. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll do that. So I did 50, and now my next is gonna be the 100, the red eye. right? And so as far as another reason why I did it, I wanted a wide body. The wide bodies are new. I wanted the Dodge dollars that was offered, and I couldn't find, in my price range, I couldn't find a wide body Hellcat that was in my price range where I wouldn't be paying over $1,200 a month. So I did not go and purchase a red eye because I could not afford to pay $1,200 a month. Also, I enjoy this car. Again, I enjoy the look of it. I'm the only F8 green wide body Scat Pack in North Carolina at the moment that I know of, the only one. So I am proud of my purchase because this is exactly what I wanted as far as performance and as far as like exclusivity. So YouTube love it, which I'm dropping y'all videos. You know how that go. Y'all like what I'm dropping. I'm gonna keep dropping videos, doing crazier stuff as the videos go on. But it just came down again to affordability. So guys, hear me out. Like, just because you can't buy it now don't mean you won't be able to buy it eventually. Like, I want you to get what you want. I want you all to be happy and eventually do the things that you want to do, but like, be smart with your finances. The last thing you want to do is buy a car and get it repoed, or buy a car and your rent is $600 a month in your apartment, but you got a $1,000 a month car payment. Like, mathematically it don't make sense, and probably to the banks that's not going to make sense either. So hear me out. Like, I'm not telling you guys how to spend your money. I'm just trying to put you up on game for longevity, because I honestly believe that everything comes in steps and it just have to make sense. So guys, make this make sense for you, because for me this made sense. So as far as other reasons why I chose this car over the Hellcat was because if I wanted to build an all-motor monster, which is something that I've always wanted to do, but I've just never done. If I wanted to build an all-motor monster, this gives me the foundation or the base to make that happen. And I am honestly debating on if I want to build this and a red eye, because both of them have their differences and both of them do different things for you. Like for me, like I'm just a big car guy, so having an all-motor car, having a boosted car are just two things that I would enjoy doing, because that's kind of like where my channel is gonna go. It's gonna be crazy, and eventually I want to buy an RX-7. So save this video, because eventually you're gonna be able to refer back to it and be like, yo, he did everything he wanted to do. But again, like just kind of going back to it, be smart, save your money, save up to make that down payment. Because if I told y'all before in my other videos, like, I wasn't always here. I bought this car with a 3% interest rate, and that's unheard of, you know, for the situation I was in last year. But I worked my ass off and I made it happen. I worked for this. This is what it handed to me. Look at my last video. Well, look at the video that's tagged up here of me and where I came from, and this will tell you, like, I worked for this. This ain't no woke up to money. Thank you guys for watching. You know, I definitely appreciate it, but I just wanted to let you guys know why I chose the Scat Pack over the Hellcat. And also, one last thing for you guys that got those fender guards on from the factory, man, take that shit off. That was to guard the fender or protect the fender from the factory to delivery. It's not to keep on your vehicle. As a matter of fact, it damaged the paint. I see some videos and I see some guys talking about, oh, leave it on because it look cool. All right, you can leave it on if it look cool, but put a protection over your paint or over the car in that area so you can put the fender guards on, because that is not supposed to stay on your car. So this your boy Preston. You know, I just want to talk to you guys for a minute, let you know why I chose to go Scat Pack over Hellcat. And I hope that you guys found something useful out of this video, because again, there's a difference in being able to purchase something and afford it. Purchase, you got the money to buy it, but you don't have the money to take care of it. Afford means you got the money to buy and the money to upkeep the vehicle. So there's a big difference. Don't live above your means. Don't be house rich. That's definitely a good way to ruin yourself in the long run. So thank you guys for watching this video. Again, I hope you got something out of it. This is why I chose to get a Scat Pack over a Hellcat right now at this point in my life. And I appreciate everything that you guys do for me. Leave me a comment. You know, let me know what you think. Let me know if this pertains to you at all. Let me know if you guys want a Scat Pack or a Hellcat. I love hearing from y'all. Read my other comments. I'll always respond. I'm 100% responsive. And I enjoy talking to y'all, man. So thank you all so much. Spend your money wisely. Do not end up broke or with buyer's remorse. I'ma holler at y'all. Peace.